Beautiful green lawns that hurt your eyes is what every gardener dreams about. From a lawn that looks like this to this. How do we get that? How do we make it happen? And most importantly, how do we keep it looking as gorgeous as this? To keep a lawn looking amazing, it needs food. It needs a constant supply of nutrition. And what do we choose? There are so many options out there. And how do we make the right choice about what we're going to use to fertilize our lawns? From an optimization of nutrition, from affordability, and from great results. So when looking to choose a fertilizer, how do you do it? They've all got these numbers. And what do the numbers mean? And I know it gets confusing, but I'm going to break it down and keep it really simple. If we look at the numbers on TurboGrass, which is this fertilizer, it says 10-1-5. Very simply, those numbers represent the following elements, which are called macro elements: nitrogen, phosphates, potassium. Nitrogen, the first number, based on the percentage, which is a high number, 10. The higher the number, the more nitrogen there is. Nitrogen promotes good, green, rapid growth. The second number, which is a lower number, which shows a lower percentage, is for phosphates. Phosphates promotes root growth. Now for lawns, all we're really interested in is rapid greening, guys. The last number is the 5, and that is potassium. Potassium is for strengthening and thickening, strengthening the cell walls, causing good rapid growth. And when you've got a thick lawn and a green lawn, two things happen. Number one, a thick lawn means that you're going to have less weeds because you're not going to have as much competition. The lawn is literally going to outgrow the weeds and smother them. The second thing is when you've got a thick, full green lawn, that you are covering the surface quickly, which results in less water having to be used because the entire surface area has been covered, and less space for bare soil, which means evaporation. Besides the macro elements, which are the NP and the K, the secondary elements are made up of magnesium, sulfur, and calcium, all of which add to important growth of the lawn. Magnesium plays a wide range of key functions in the lawn. Probably the most important is that it's the building block of chlorophyll, which makes your leaves greener, so it makes sense for a lawn fertilizer, which aids the photosynthesis process. It also activates most plant enzymes needed for growth. Sulfur helps with the formation of protein, which provides the building blocks for rapid growth after seed and germination. It also plays a role in the production of chlorophyll. Without sulfur, plants cannot efficiently use nitrogen, which then causes the yellowing of the leaves. Calcium plays an important role in producing plant tissues, which helps with plant growth. That makes sense for lawns, and it also promotes cell division and stronger growth. One of the most important aspects about TurboGrass that makes it completely unique to any other fertilizer out there is that it has trace elements of micronutrients, which are zinc, iron, manganese, copper, and boron. Zinc helps with the synthesis of certain proteins and plant growth hormones and is used in the formation of chlorophyll, which again is needed for photosynthesis, and that is greening. Zinc also helps the plant to withstand very cold temperatures. Added iron, also as a trace element, is absorbed rapidly into the plant and helps with the formulation of chlorophyll as well, and is essential for the maintenance of the chloroplast structure. Manganese helps with photosynthesis, pollen germination, pollen tube growth, root cell elongation, and resilience to root pathogens. And copper is involved in many integral plant processes. A deficiency of copper can alter the plant metabolism to a huge degree. And finally, boron promotes cell division and growth, all needed for a gorgeous green lawn. One of the common problems when fertilizing your lawn with traditional fertilizers is that to avoid overfeeding and burning, that fertilizer manufacturers have used bulking agents within the fertilizer bag. And this filler material, which is added into the bag, gives you no nutritional content, nothing whatsoever. But in this bag, instead of fillers, the concentration is managed by using secondary elements and trace elements, which means that everything in this bag is full of nutrition. The application of TurboGrass is really simple. They couldn't have made it any easier. If you look on the back of the bag, it's really simple. In spring, it's 50 grams per square meter. In summer, you reduce it to 35 grams per square meter. And in autumn, back down to 35 grams. How do you work out grams? Well, there's another trick up their sleeve. Right over here, 250 grams, which is 250 milliliters, is a cup. So your cup is your measurement. So obviously there's 250 mils, half would be 125, and so you go along per square meter. That's how you want to get it right. All right, so let's work out how we're going to get to our square meters and how much am I going to be putting on. Remember, we've got the cup, which makes it really simple. 1 cup will be able to do 5 square meters. What is 5 square meters? That's 5 big steps that way and 1 step in. In other words, if you have to calculate it out, a 5 kg bag would sufficiently do 100 square meters, which is 10 meters by 10 meters, applying 50 grams per square meter, according to the spring treatment. When distributing your fertilizer, it's important to wear your gloves and then simply decant and sprinkle it across as evenly as possible. It looks so little, but that's the paradigm shift, folks, is that so little does so much. And we as South African gardeners are so used to applying so much fertilizer. But with TurboGrass, you really only need 50 grams per square meter to make a real difference. If you've got larger lawns, it often is a good idea to get hold of a fertilizer distributor, which makes application a bit faster. Remember to follow the instructions as per the amount that you dispense per square meter. So folks, the same math applies. 5 meters by 1 meters, 1 cupful over that area. Once you've applied your fertilizer, of course, most importantly, is you need to give it a good soaking. You can either do it with the hand watering like I'm doing, or with your irrigation system. And by far the game changer with TurboGrass are the secondary elements and the trace elements, besides the NPK, which we know we need for a great lawn. But out of all those trace elements, it's the iron. The iron, folks, is the amazing part. Within a couple of days, your lawn has turned from that into this. Green, gorgeous, hurts your eyes, thick, lush. What more could anybody ask for? TurboGrass is available in a 2 and 5 kg bag from most leading garden centers. Kynoch fertilizers, enhanced efficiency through innovation.